Alright, today's topic is going to be, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? Now, before I got into it, I actually decided that I will go ahead and define the word hoe for you. Hoe was derived from the word whore in the late 1960s, and basically the direct definition for it would be a prostitute or a derogatory woman. So, with that being said, there's many ways for a woman to be derogatory, so the term can be vague at some times. But here's what it goes. The old saying is, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And if you ask anybody on the streets or any guy, they're probably going to tell you no. Now, here's the main gist of it. Alright? If you look in religion, religion says you're supposed to forgive everybody. If they definitely ask for forgiveness and they are meaning and they're pure in their intentions, then you should forgive that person. So, can you forgive someone's past? Often as a human race, we typically can't. Now, here's what they say. They say that the human mentality has a tendency to change every 5 to 6 years. Some of your personal likes and traits of who you are will adjust every 5 to 6 years. With that being said, a lot of the things you're into now, 5 years from now, you're probably not going to be into them. And you can test that theory by looking back 5 years. Think about some of the stuff you were doing and some of the stuff you're into and whether you really like to do that now. We as a human race, we evolve and we reform, as well as our minds, as well as our mentalities. Now, the question is if the mentality you had way back when was would be disrespectful to me as a confidant or a relationship, companion, mate, or object of affection, any one of those terms, would your mentality of who you are now, would that disrespect me as any one of those types? So the question is can you really turn a hoe into a housewife? My personal opinion is if they're currently a hoe, if that's who they are now, if those are permanent traits within their psyche, no, you cannot. You're only setting yourself up for heartache and failure. But if that was a mere moment in somebody's life or somebody's time and that what their mentality was, they quote unquote got it in, then if they're not that person anymore, if they've moved beyond that, then my personal opinion is they shouldn't be judged based on their past. Now, I'm not going to sit and act like I'm perfect because I judge people all the time. We as a human race, unfortunately, we judge people. This is what we do. We're not supposed to do it, but we're human. And like I said, God is not done with most of us yet. So, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? No, you cannot if that's her current personality. If that's who she is right now, if that's what she's doing and how she's being, then you can't do it. But if she has become better than that, if she's moved past that, if that was a phase in her life where she got it in, then you know what? You can trust her. Now, the good thing is she spent time getting it in. Whatever she was getting in, she's probably really good at it now. So, there's some benefits to that. She's got it in. You don't have to teach her anything because she probably already knows it and she's probably been around the block once or twice. The question is do you really want to ask her how she learned how to do what she does so well? You probably don't. You're probably not going to like the story you hear. But if you dig into somebody's past, just be prepared to handle it and be mature enough to deal with whatever may come out, especially if that person decides to be honest with you. So, if she's currently a thot or currently a hoe, then you know what? She might not be the best one for you. But if she's moved on and if who she is now is completely awesome to you and those personality traits are long gone and it was a part of her psyche then but isn't now, get to know her a little better. Make sure before you do pass judgment, even though we're not supposed to, but make sure before you do decide to pass judgment that you at least invest enough time to get to know who exactly that person is. And once you get to know them, then you can decide for yourself who they are and what their intentions are. If their intentions are beautiful and they're pure about it, or at least they're really good at seeming like they're pure, invest. There's nothing wrong with investing a little bit of time with a person as long as you don't overdo it. And if you do see signs, bring it up. Talk about it. Ask questions. Try to get inside the person you're talking to. So that way you know what you're doing, who you have in front of you, who you're kissing on, who you loving, and who you touching before your feelings get involved and before you feel like you were lied to or led astray or bamboozled. Alright? So, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? The answer forever will always be no, especially not while she's being a hoe and not while that's a part of her psyche and a part of who she is. But if she isn't, if she's long gone beyond that, invest a little time to make sure that those acclamations are true. And if they are, then trust me, there'd be a few benefits to reap. So, that's today's show. Please drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or if you completely disagree with me, please tell me. I'm always up for a challenge and I would love to hear you guys' opinions and you guys' interactions. Now, the next show, and I'm going to do that next week, the next show is actually going to be, can you judge somebody based on the pictures they like on your Facebook or Instagram or your social networking site? Can you be judged on what you post, and can you judge people based on which pictures they like? So please give me your responses. Some of my main followers, you know I will be giving you a call and double check with you just to get your opinions before I go ahead on and shoot the show. You know I love you guys. So please don't forget, before you leave, drop me a like and don't forget to subscribe. This is Playboy, Ask Playboy TV. Have a great day.